Guten Tag, everybody. My name is Stanley Milgram, and today I would like to try this video blogging things the kids do these days. Oh yes, vlogging. I tried to chap snap a couple days ago. It didn't turn out very well. So I am German, and if you cannot tell, and I am also Jewish. This is a beautiful Star of David behind me, and there is some sauerkraut on my desk. So, well, you probably have questions for me, like, Stanley, why are you so handsome? I just kid, not really, but anyway, so what do I try to prove in the field of psychology? So I go to Harvard and I realize that you don't have to follow social norms to be successful. So my most famous question, which led to my most famous experiment, is how far would ordinary American go in inflicting serious harm on a perfectly innocent stranger if they were told to do so by an authority figure? But Stanley, how do you put this into an experiment? Great question. First, you need to offer the people money. Hello, random stranger who look like my father. Would you like to be in science experiment?
Sure.
It only take 1 hour and I pay you $4.
Once you have the volunteers, it's time to start the experiment. I do voiceover to make it more understandable. There are 3 people involved: an instructor, a teacher, and a subject. The instructor is E, the teacher is T, and the subject is L. The instructor and subject were my employees and in on the experiment, but the teacher thought that the subject was also a random volunteer. We would ask these 2 volunteer to pick their role, but rigged it so that our employee was always the subject. The instructor and teacher would then go to the same room with the subject in another room on the other side of the wall. The teacher would ask the subject trivia question, and if the answers were incorrect, would be instructed to shock them. It started at a low 15 volt all the way up to severe shock setting at 450 volt. The instructor told the volunteer that no permanent damage would be suffered and that they just had to follow the instruction. In reality, the subjects weren't actually being shocked. They just pretended they were. They would pretend to scream in pain, but the teachers were instructed to keep on going and to keep increasing the strength of the shock. If the subjects seemed to pass out from the pain, they were instructed to keep shocking since no answer was viewed as the wrong answer. 65% of the people carried through with it since they were assured that they were not the ones to blame, even though they were the ones administering the pain on the subject. I also made variant of the experiment, such as having the subject tell the teacher that he had heart problem. It make you ask yourself, is everybody capable of being evil? This also put people in the Nazi shoe during the Holocaust. Were they actually bad people, or were they just doing what they were instructed to do? I would argue that they're just normal people, but faced with tough situation can make some unethical decision.
Thank you for listening and auf Wiedersehen or goodbye.